Station, Whitechapel.
Welcome to Whitechapel, a suburban district of London located here in London's East End, whose station just got a huge renovation as part of the Crossrail upgrades. Located in the London borough of Tower Hamlets, that falls right here, the station is a very key stop on the newly opened Elizabeth line that Her Majesty the Queen fortunately just managed to inaugurate in her time, as it connects with both the London Overground and the London Underground services via the District and Hammersmith and City lines of the tube. But the location is perhaps most globally well known historically for the mysterious serial killer Jack the Ripper's murders of autumn 1888 that remain unidentified to this day, but in contemporary times for perhaps being the heart of what is one of the largest Bengali and more specifically the Bangladeshi diaspora outside of South Asia, by which I of course refer to Bangladesh and India, where Bengali serves as a language of their country's national anthems and national songs. Suitably often referred to as Banglatown, it's more like impossible not to spot the Bangladeshi influences, especially as you walk along Brick Lane just minutes from here. And of course, by default, it is also a center of London's Muslim community. Not a surprise considering that Bangladesh itself is the world's third largest Muslim country. They also have their own elected Bangladeshi mayor, one of the only 5 boroughs out of the 32 in Greater London who can elect so, and British Bangladeshis are one of only 6 nationalities to be recognized as their own ethnic group in the UK, alongside White British, White Irish, British Indians, British Pakistanis, and British Chinese, numbering over 600,000 Brits, forming over 1% of the population of England and Wales today. This is not to mention that the Bengalis in themselves are actually the world's third largest ethnicity after the Han Chinese and Arab ethnic groups, numbering close to a 300 million member family. And of course they speak Bengali, an Indo-European language written in its cute writing system that's perhaps best known for being the world's 5th largest mother tongue and 7th most spoken language in the world, with even more speakers than languages you probably haven't heard of like Russian, Portuguese, and Urdu. Perhaps because it is only officially used in just 2 neighboring countries, with hardly anyone outside the 2 preferring to learn it, with the UK perhaps gladly offering it as a GCSE and A-level subject if you like. But this isn't a surprise considering that Bangladesh itself is the world's 8th most populous country, with even more people than the world's largest country, despite being well over 100 times smaller in size. This by extension also means that its Eastern Nagari script is globally the 5th most used writing system in the world, behind just the Latin alphabet, Chinese characters, Arabic Abjad, and the Devanagari Abugida. Finally, of course, I can't afford to miss the fact that it is because of this language that the UN today celebrates International Mother Language Day on 21st February each year since the year 2000, in tribute of the Bengalis who protested against their Karachi-based government as part of East Pakistan on the streets of Dhaka on the same day back in 1952, against what they saw as the imposition of Urdu against the fact that Bengali wasn't recognized as a national or official language of their country, even though the East Pakistanis themselves were the majority in their own country. This eventually found success in also becoming a state language in 1956. There's even a memorial to the martyrs named Shahid Minar in the Bangladeshi capital city of Dhaka today in remembrance of them that you can visit, which is also the world's 9th largest city in itself, fun fact, and also very densely populated. Oh, did I mention that it is one of the languages that may become an official language of the UN alongside the current 6? At least I have now. This got me thinking that I took you from the streets of Whitechapel to the United Nations. So I guess let's get back to London, which also has a replica of the monument in Whitechapel itself since 1999, just minutes from the station. But if you're a Bengali person, regardless of your nationality, chances are that you will feel at home here, as you will easily locate everything from local Bengali grocery stores to Bengali markets, sports centers, fish markets, rather unsurprising for Bengalis, to even entire Greg's outlets, curry restaurants and sweet stores, again unsurprising in Banglatown. Anyway, I have brought you along here to show you the new Whitechapel station, which has just got a massive renovation, part of London's newest railway and Europe's largest construction project, the Elizabeth line, formerly called Crossrail, located next to Liverpool Street Station at a crucial junction between the line's Shenfield and Abbeywood eastern branches, after Stratford and Canary Wharf stations respectively. In the process, the station gained a new entrance onto Durward Street and also revamped its original entrance onto Whitechapel Road, otherwise known as Mile End Road and the A11 Highway. Both of which, yes, have gained signages in the Bengali script in the process, just in time for Bangladesh's 50th year of independence from Pakistan in early 2022. Or should I say the rest of Pakistan, as they were literally the majority who seceded from their own country, if that makes sense? I don't know, but what I do know is that this move not only became praised by the then mayor of Tower Hamlets and also by the mayor of London himself, somewhat ironically in this context as he is of Pakistani descent himself, but also by the Chief Minister of India's West Bengal state in her tweets. Coming back, if you're new to my channel, then you know what to do by this point, and if not, then you may have noticed that this is very similar to the previous video I uploaded nearly 2 years ago on my channel on another Elizabeth line station that underwent refurbishment at Southall on the other side of London that acts as a junction for the line's Reading and Heathrow Western branches, which actually did quite well considering the number of subscribers I currently have, whereby the station revealed its bilingual signage in Punjabi's Gurmukhi script in the heart of London's Sikh community that's cunningly called Mini Punjab. I guess you're able to see the parallels between the two stations here. However, since I uploaded the video, TfL Rail is no longer a thing, the Elizabeth line has been inaugurated, King Charles III has inherited the throne, and we've gone through the post-Brexit UK having 3 Prime Ministers in the space of less than 2 months, including seeing an Indian descent Prime Minister of the UK and a Pakistani descent First Minister of Scotland simultaneously as I speak. So, I believe it is about time for an update on the Elizabeth line in 2023 via a tour of the station. Of course, the bilingual signages and the history behind it are just one part of the story of this historic station that has undergone a lot of changes ever since. So let me introduce you to the new Whitechapel station right now.
District, Hamilton City, and London Overground line. Change here for trains to Reading.